Hi everybody, this is Helen, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from Bell Block in New Zealand. It's nice to be here today. Okay, hopefully we'll have a few people come on board, and I was trying to work out what card to do for you today, so I decided on a card that I had made at it was one of my specialty card classes, and I thought I'd do that. And then I tried to work out what designer series paper I'll focus on. So I decided to go with the aeroplane one. I forgot what it's called now, but we will have a look at that in a moment. So I'm going to put you down to my table and I'll get started, and then I'll just check to see that everything's coming on board on my iPad, and we'll get started and make our card. So let me just pop you down there like that, and I'll just have a look on my page and just see how that's looking, if I've got that focused in the right position. Right, so I need to come this way a bit further, don't I? You never know sometimes till you actually start to do it as to how close you need everything to be. Okay, so I'll see if that will help. So this is the paper I'm using. So this is called Take to the Sky. I haven't used this for a long time. This is in the main catalogue. There's some beautiful papers in there. And the papers I've decided to use today, I chose this pattern. I need a paper that's not directional, okay? So it needs to be something that can be used in either direction, so I've used that. And then I needed some other smaller pieces, and I decided to go with this pattern here. So this comes in a sheet. This is only half of it. I think there's some more tags and some other bits and pieces. So this was one of the papers on there, so I'm using that on my Facebook Live today as well. So I've cut out some of the pieces, and I'll tell you the measurements as we go. This is the stamp set, so Adventurous Sky is the stamp set. And there are some beautiful stamps and dies. I've taken some of the dies out, but I may just use this little aeroplane. So I'll just put that onto a block. And what does it say in here? So there's Happy Birthday on here. I've got that one. And, oh, You're the Best Plain and Simple. That's quite nice. I will use that maybe. So I'll just grab a block to put that on. Just a second. Right, there we go. So I'll use that as well, I think. And what else was in that stamp set? Let's see. No, I think I should be fine because I've already got the cloud, and I've already got the Happy Birthday. Right, so I'll put all my stamps aside, and I'm going to start to create the card first. So I'll put all these bits and pieces aside. So I've started off with a piece of Night of Navy, because I thought that would go with my designer series paper. So the Night of Navy, I've got it at 14.5 centimetres by 14.5 centimetres. I've then got a piece of window sheet or acetate. So I've cut this at 14.5 centimetres by 15.5 centimetres. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my trimmer in, and this is the 15.5 centimetres. So I'm going to sit that in at 14.5, and I'm just going to score along the top. So score a couple of times because the acetate or the window sheets are quite firm, and they just take a little bit to fold them, okay? So then we'll just fold that over like that, and we'll use our bone folder to get a really nice sharp crease. Perfect, just like that. Okay, now I did have some, don't know where it's gone now. Oh, here we go. I have got some tear and tape. Okay, so the tear and tape is going to go along the edge of the piece of acetate that you folded over, that little edge there. I hear a van out there. I think it must be the courier. Yes, it looks like the courier. Means I might have some more work to do today. So I've just put the tape along the edge of that acetate, and then I'm going to peel that off. So I use my pick me tool to start that off. Get that started. And then I'm going to put that down along the edge of my navy piece. Now, this will grab quickly, but just try to make sure you've got it straight along there. There you go. So that's the way it's going to lift up. Okay. Now, to cover up the join there, I've cut a piece of the beautiful DSP. I meant to check my Stampin' Seal today to see if I needed to replace the cartridge. So if I do, I have to jump up and grab it. So I'm using this piece with the clouds. So I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal on the corners, like so. And make sure you've got it facing the right direction. And so that's 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres. So it just means that we get a nice navy border all the way around. And it just hides where you put your tape on your acetate under there. Right. Then I have 3 pieces of navy. Now these are, let me have a look. These are 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres. So I've got 3 of those. So what I'm going to do with those 3 is one of them's going to go on here, and we're going to have it on an angle like that. But before I do that, I'm going to do some stamping on a white piece. So this is 9.5 by 9.5. Right, I see Leslie's there and Susan's there. Hi, ladies. I've worked out how I can turn my camera angle around, and I can see my comments now, so that's exciting. So I'm just going to put "You're the best, plain and simple" in the middle of there, like so. Then, I'm just going to keep that because I've got this little plan that we had before. So we might just have that here, maybe, and down here as well. There you go. And I've got this little cloud. Let's do some clouds as well. While we're stamping, it's quite nice to just add a little bit more to it. So this is a small cloud. I think this will do. We'll just do a couple of clouds. Just like that. Around there as well. So they're just very faint, and that's all we're going to need with those. So I'll put that piece aside, and then I've got another piece here, so we're going to do that on the angle as well, and I'm going to do some clouds on that, but I might do the larger clouds. I'll just grab a piece of scrap paper. I'm just aware of putting ink on my piece of, on my mat, sorry. There we go. So just some clouds in the background there. Put that aside. Now, close my ink pads up, and we're going to attach this to one of these 10 centimetre by 10 centimetre pieces with a small border. So I'll just grab that, like so, and we'll just attach that onto there, like that. Now this piece is going to have a piece of designer series paper. So this is 9.5 by 9.5, and as I say, it had to be, I had to have a piece that was not directional because I'm putting it on at this angle. So we'll put that onto there, just leaving a little navy border. And then we've got one more piece that we leave just blank. Then I've got a piece here that I have cut at 7.5 by 7.5. This white piece here is 7 by 7. So I will attach that onto there, like so. I'm just about at the end of my Stampin' Seal, I can see. Right, put that onto there, like so. Put that way up. So those are my clouds. And then I've got these little pieces. So I've got some navy pieces that are 5 centimetres by 5 centimetres. So we've got 4 of those. And then I've got some pieces of designer paper that is 4.5 by 4.5 centimetres. So we'll attach these to those, and once we've got all our pieces all organised, we are going to organise an aeroplane to go on the front, and then we will assemble the card. So there's 2 and 2 more like this. So very super easy card, but really effective when it's made. And we made it using the butterfly at class. So Susan has made this card before. It looked really nice with the acetate. It just makes it stand up really nicely. So those are all our pieces we're going to need. But the other thing that I'm going to want is I'm going to want something to decorate. So I'm going to bring in my little friend here. Sorry, I've just knocked over all my designer paper I was going to show you later. And I'll grab my plates. So I'm going to put our plates on. Maybe that way. And I have some pieces of cardstock here. I had these out for a card that I had up for Container Day this week. So I've got a piece there in Misty Moonlight and a piece in the grey Smoky Slate. That's the one. And I've got my dies from my aeroplane set, so I'll grab those. So I'm going to do, on the Smoky Slate, we're going to do this part of the aeroplane. And we've got these little propellers. So I'm going to do those. This is some old silver I had. You could do it on silver foil or something like that. But the propellers look really nice on your foil. This is on the holographic foil that we used to... I don't know whether we have that anymore. Oops, I didn't even open up the other side, just so it's happy to do it itself. Right, so I'll put that through, like so. Take that off and that off. So those are the 2 little propellers. And that's the inside piece. And I might do the top part of my plan in the Misty Moonlight, just so it's a different shade of blue. So we'll put that back through with a lid on that, top on that, and we'll wind that through. I'd love to have a massive big setup desk that I could just do this on. It would make life so much easier. I feel like I run out of room, but I do like to spread out when I'm creating. Right, so we will just take that die out of there and find my Pick Me tool. So this is a great set of dies, and it came out with the main catalogue, I think it was, and I thrashed it at the time, but I haven't used it for a long time. And sometimes it's quite nice to go back and use your dies or your stamp sets that you haven't used for a long time. So I pulled this out the other day for container cards and made a card with it. It's quite nice to get it out again. Right, so I'm going to attach that onto there. So it just needs, just got to try to think where it needs it. So a little bit of glue on there, and it's, where's the other piece that goes onto there? Oh, yep, a little bit on there so it can have a, I've got to remember because I haven't used it for such a long time. You only need a little bit of glue to attach it, and that will hold it in place. So you just line up the nose of the plane, the little wheels, and that little piece will go into there like that. Okay, so that's our aeroplane. And then when it comes to the propeller, you can have a single propeller or you can have a double propeller. Since I've got 2 here today, I'll make it into a double propeller. Now with your glue dots, if you hold your glue dots flat on your table like that, hopefully you can see, I feel like that camera's moved again. I'll see if that helps. Sorry everyone, I didn't realise it's moved. I've tried to change the angle of my camera and I don't think I've got it right. But that's okay. That's what happens when we move things out the way and then you move them back again and it's not right. Now let's see, I've got a little bit of glue dot on there. So I will use that to attach that one to that one. And then I've got a little bit of glue dot, the other half of it, on my finger. So I'll put that on the bottom there, like so. And we'll attach that onto our aeroplane like that. Okay, right. So I think that's, oh, the only other thing that I'm going to want to make is I need a little piece. I'll just grab a scrap of white. I'm just going to stamp Happy Birthday, and I'll do it in navy. This is just an offcut of the strips that we end up with on the edge of our piece. So I'll just put Happy Birthday on there. And then I'm just going to use an old punch. It's a retired punch just because it's quick and easy. I could put on a little strip and cut it with the scissors, but I loved this punch. I wish it hadn't have gone. So I'm just going to use that today. Okay, so that's my words. Right, put everything aside now and we will assemble the rest of the card. Right, so to assemble the rest of the card, we're going to first of all put this piece, which has the piece that you're going to be able to write on. That's going to go into the card first. So we'll put some Stampin' Seal on there, just like that. And you're just going to eyeball and line up. Now, that's where this mat's really good. And your grid paper, because you can sort of centre it there. Really centering it down the side. Oh yeah, around to there. It does give you a little bit of a idea of where the centre can be. Okay, that look right? I think that's right. What do we got there? 1, 2, 3. That's probably about right. It's hard when you're doing things upside down because you never know whether you've got it quite right or not. I don't know if I've got it exactly right, but that'll be fine. Right, so that's going to go down first. The next piece like this, what you're going to do is you are going to put your adhesive onto your piece like this. You are going to sit it on top of the piece that's underneath. So sit it directly on top. Then you just close that down like that. Okay, so that's on there. And you may wonder why we have that on there. It's to hide all the tape and that for the piece as we layer the next layer up. So this piece with the Designer Series paper on, we are going to do the same thing. I don't know why that's done that. Let's see if I can move this a little bit closer, maybe. I moved everything and I thought I had it right, but obviously didn't. Right, so that then is going to be your next layer. So you just line that up, looking through the window at the piece underneath. So you line that one up onto there. Then we are going to line this one up. So this is the one with the clouds. So we're going to pop this one up because, you know, why not? We might as well. I love using dimensionals. So we're going to put that onto there. Oh, I just remembered there's a step I forgot. Let's just lift this off. It will lift off because it's on the so silly, I didn't even think about it. These little pieces. So have we got any more of this tape left? Yes, I think I have. So we're just going to put tape down one side of those, and you're just going to go round layering that, matching up the corners with the edge like that. So just eyeball it. So we're going to do the same all the way around. I forgot about the step, see? So just work out where it's going to be. And again, it's quite hard when I'm not looking directly over it, but hopefully we've got it just about right. And one more. I think I've got one over a bit further, but that looks all right. That will be fine. Then this one goes over top of there. So we can put that over top of there now. So that's going to cover those little pieces under there. So that gives us another layer. And then this one we're going to pop up. So I'll just put another dimensional in the middle as well. So I'll put those ones off, that one off, and that one off. And that's going to go on top of there like so. And then we're going to put our little aeroplane on here like that. So we're going to pop that one up as well. So we'll just put about 3 dimensionals on there. Will be fine. So 1, 2, 3. And we've got the happy birthday. So this is a great time when the little edge down the bottom of your dimensionals is great for this. So an easy way to cut your dimensionals is to cut it while it's already on the backing paper. It's just so much easier to then lift it off in one piece. So I use those a lot for this type of thing. I don't know why my camera keeps going. I did try to change the angle of something and I think I've upset it. So I'm sorry. I keep trying to move it to keep up with it. But right, so that can go along the bottom there like so. And this can go on there like so. And that's our card. But I'm just thinking, let me grab some cardstock. I feel that the happy birthday gets a little bit lost down there, so we're just going to take that off. We're going to carefully lift this piece of dimensional off. And this is what I do quite often when I'm making cards. I'll do something and then it's like, oh, but I think it needs this or I think it needs that. Stay there. Can't get it to stay. Grab that. Hold it down. Right. So a way that you can put a backing on a label like that is to just put a little bit of glue on there. If you attach it to the edge of your piece of cardstock like that, then you can carefully, with some scissors, one edge is already cut, you just trim round and give yourself a little border. And what will happen is it will help that label to stand out a little bit. Okay, so there we go. So we're just going to put that little piece of dimensional back onto there and pop that one up along there like so. Oops, I haven't even got that straight. I mean, I've got it further over one side than the other. There you go. Right, so that is my card today. I don't know what it's called. I did see it. It looks great with the acetate because it looks like it's like floating when it's standing up on the table. I love these papers. The papers are really great for men's cards. And you've got a beautiful place in there that you can write on. And when this is over top of it, it covers that, which is fantastic. So that's really great. Okay, now I'm just going to show you some papers. Yeah, no, Susan, I'm having trouble with, I think I've tried to move something and I've loosened my little clasps on my thing, so I need to sort that out. Right, so that's my card for today. If you make a card like that, please share it. We've had some great cards come in from Trish and Ruth from last week's card, so that was really nice to share those. But if you make a card like this, please share it. I'm going to show you some paper now that this is the dry brush. This is not the dry brush metallic. This is it's something birthday. It's in the mini catalogue. I'll find it shortly. Great papers, little gold accents, beautiful paper with the cakes there and the flowers and the beautiful mint and gold. So they have beautiful gold accents on and a great couple of sheets of different things that you can punch out and use on your cards and projects. So I'm going to be doing a mini retreat. So the mini retreat is going to be on, oh, it has fallen down, it just doesn't even want to stay up this height anymore. Mini retreat is on it's the 14th, I'm sure it's the 14th, yes, it's the 14th of February. No, 15th of February. Sorry, 15th. Saturday the 15th. It is at the Fred Tucker Hall in Bell Block, and it's going to be lots of fun. So you will get a pack of that paper. You'll get lots of other product as well. So you get $100 worth of product. The retreat's costing $140. That includes morning tea, lunch, and afternoon tea, as well as all your product to make your projects. So it's going to be lots of fun. I've got a lot of people booked in, but I do have 2 spaces left. So if anyone wants to attend the mini retreat, please let me know, okay? Apart from that, everything's been, busy like always. Always love creating the cards for the classes and love catching up with my ladies. But anyway, that's my card for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make that card, and I look forward to seeing if you create a card like that yourself. So if you do, please share it with us all. We'd love to see it. Okay, well, you all have a great day today, and I look forward to catching up with you again next Thursday at 2 p.m. Until then, have a great week, and we'll catch up with you next week. Bye for now.